Hello everyone, welcome back to another Miscellaneous Monday, where today for the grand finale, we are taking a look at the Mini-Force Dinoid Warrior Rex Kaiser. So before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below which video or else you'd like to see in a video. So onto this massive behemoth of a figure himself. Let's take a quick look at the car. Yes, because a car makes total sense for a team of dinosaur and dinosaur heads to have a very tiny car. But okay. So focus. Thank you. Come on. There we go. Get some nice gold separation right up there. Some nice paint. Looks really good. I like how they tried to make this look like teeth, which is kind of funny. He needs a brush though. They're very yellow. Oh well. So get the nice blue. I love this blue right here that they did. Overall, looks really, really good. So, and it does roll. Does roll okay-ish. So yeah, not too bad. Not much to say about a very tiny car that serves a minuscule purpose for this behemoth of a figure. So, in size comparison between the two, there's Prime. I was debating about doing vehicle mode or robot mode, but with how tall he is, I think robot mode was a best bet. And the car that comes up to about his crotch. So, yeah. So, oh, and one more, because why not? Since we haven't done this yet. Here we have the team all in their head forms with the car just kind of thrown in there. So, yeah, just yeah. Oh, when I got this figure, I'm like, gosh darn, what's in the box? And yeah, I was not expecting him to be this big, but yeah, he's huge. He's a Godzilla level huge. So, let's take a quick look at that face sculpt. Gonna bring it down on that neck joint. One more, there we go. So focus, thank you. I kind of wish the teeth were painted white, but other than that, you know, looks good. You get the nice blue for the eyes, black for his giant eyebrows, some nice gunmetal gray right there. Now this piece can move, so if you want to, you can have a tiny little horn on the front. So completely up to you. And the inside of the mouth is not painted, so that's kind of unfortunate. But you do get what looks to be a flamethrower piece right in there. Not bluish compatible, unfortunately, so overall looks really good. And we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Nice big gold claws. Got some good heel support. So it gets a nice red and some of that focus, thank you. Some blues. Claws done in gold as well. Yeah, get a lot of color breakup, part separation, all of it. So, yeah. A little bit of a backpack, but it kind of works with the figure in, you know, retrospect of how everything works. So, but now, as far as articulation, the head, it can do full-on exorcist, so you get that. You get a little bit of left and right. Thanks to the neck joint, you get up and you get down, along with, you know, that right there. The arms, they are on a ball joint at the base, so you get up, you get down, you get the rotation. You get a soft ratchet elbow for a 90 degrees, and the claws themselves can move down as well. So there is that. For the legs, you get that click out. You get about that far back. Basically full 360 if you go the other way. You get out that far. Ugh. You get thigh rotation. They pretty much said, how many ratchets do you want in the sky? Yes. Because then you get 90. You also get it this way on a loud ratchet. The feet are on a ball joint themselves, so you get the rotation, ankle tilt, all that fun stuff. And the heel can, you know, move up and down to support any poses. So, yeah. He is a behemoth of a figure. If I had one complaint, is I can never get the feet to sit flat. Like right now there is a gap where the claw is and the base of the foot. And even if I were to bring this back, that doesn't alleviate the gap. There's still one there. Now, granted, it does help a little bit, but yeah, I mean, granted, you could probably do something like this, have that heel, if I can English, angled back, but that's completely up to you. So, yeah, this figure, whew, he's got some good heft to him, definitely good heft. The plastic quality feels great. I don't feel like anything's going to break moving around all those big, strong, meaty ratchets. So, yeah. But enough about this awesome looking dinosaur mode. Let's get down to transformation. So first things first, you want to come back here and take the weapons and pull them off. I do love how these form, you know, something in the dinosaur mode instead of just, oh yeah, plug it on the hip and now he's a dangerous, even more dangerous T-Rex. So unplug that, get the sword unplugged as well, and you're left with that. He at least can scratch his own butt. Sure. All right. So let's start with the legs. So you want to straighten them out. Straighten them out. Maybe one more click. Yep, one click. All right. Then you want to rotate it around at that joint right there. The feet do clip up. Then you want to rotate around the foot itself. If you had it at any angle, you want to make sure it is straight. Then come under here, get this giant behemoth of a heel out. And there you go. There is one foot nearly done. I forgot one more step. Bring it down on that ratchet. Oh. The ratchets are that weird strength where it doesn't feel like it's going to be strong enough, but then you go to move and you move it like too far out. So, get this. Oh, crikey. Oh, crikey. Yes, I'm going Australian right now. So just straighten that out. Get this whole thing rotated. Flip that up, and it will kind of clip into place. Yeah, rotate around the foot. Flip out this heel spur. And there you go. There you have the lower body mainly done. If you would actually stand, that'd be great. So, raise on up a little bit. Okay. So for the dino arms, just kind of flip them back and flip down the little T-Rex claw. So flip that back, flip that back. I kind of wish that these went back just a little bit more, but oh well. Next, you want to open up the, what will be the chest plate. Bring down the dino head, and you also want to take out this piece right here, which can be a little bit tricky to get out, but set that off to the side and flip this up. Take this panel right here. You want to double hinge it up and collapse all this in as best you can. Flip this down. Why is this not sitting flat? There we go. Okay, so there is all of that. So I'm going to lower back down a little bit. For the arms, you'll simply just unconnect them from right in here, and then you'll split them. So untab and split all this. And there is a clip system right there. So get that clipped in, and this does bring us to where we can see his dino medal. And it looks really good. It's done nice gold and everything. But you do want to flip it down. So get this kind of ab crunch engaged a little bit, and now you'll see why in a little bit. Yeah, we'll see in a little bit. So go ahead and just rotate his arms so elbows are in properly. Bring out these claw sections on ratchets. I don't know why they're on ratchets. But next, you want to bring in the vehicle himself. Set him off to the side so the camera will focus. You want to come back here and get all of this split. Get this split. Come on. Yeah, the one thing I wish they gave you is something to be able to get that open. So let me see if I can get this. There we go. All right, so you want to lift this up, rotate it 180. Then you want to go ahead and split this and bring it out on that secondary hinge right inside here and here. Then you want to flip this around as far as I'll go, and you get, focus. Hey, focus. Thank you. You get that face sculpt, which looks nice. Definitely not as imposing as the next one will be. So what's going to happen here is you're going to slide this car in right here, and then this piece, the top of the car, will sit flush right in here. And then, trust me, it is key that you get it flush. So get that in there, push that in. I said get that in. Come on. Nope. There we go. Let's see. Get that in. Might help a little bit. There we go. Push that in, snap that in, and we are almost there. You can see how tiny that hit is. You want to bring in this helmet. There is another face in here that you want to flip out. Then you can bring out the horn if you'd like, but personally I say leave it flat for right now. And you'll just drop this in. There is a tab slot connection that will happen, and it will click into place. And there you go. There you have Rex Kaiser in his robot mode. And yeah, this guy is very, very imposing. So get his ankles a little bit more flat. So I know I have him a little bit wider A stance, but that's mainly due to the claws and the ratchets. Like next stance over would be almost together. So, but yeah, overall looks really, really good. If I had one complaint about the robot mode, I wish these claws could collapse together to form one awesome looking knee spike. But what you get is very, very nice. So, but let's take a quick look at that face sculpt. And yes, you can see my backdrop a little bit fading. So overall looks really, really good. Get the nice blue in there with the eyeliner. So yeah, looks decent enough. And as far as like the other details go, you get some nice color breakup right here with that nice blue and red going down. I did see someone on TFW missing one of these spikes. I know that all they did was just unscrew the other hand, remove it, and screw it back together, and it was good. So they did really good on the color breakup. Nothing looks, like needs some more color breakup, unlike, Burning Tricera or anything like that. So now, as far as articulation, your head is on a ball joint, so you get a decent side to side. You don't get full 360, you get about that far left or right, but that is more than you'll ever need. Arms, full 360. They move out that far. Unfortunately, you get bicep rotation. You get a single jointed elbow with more than 90 degrees. Nothing at the wrist, unfortunately, but the fingers are individually articulated. Now, unfortunately, as Bobby Skullface calls it, he does have typewriter fingers. But honestly, he's a warrior. He's going to be punching things. He's going to be gripping a weapon. That is perfectly fine. So, now you do also get a waist rotation, which is nice. And you get a slight ab crunch. So, these hip skirts can get out of the way, so legs can move forward that far, back that far. Get this out of the way. Can't get the full splits, unfortunately. You get thigh rotation, 90 degrees of a knee bend, and the feet are on a ball joint. Well, sort of a ball joint. You get a ratcheted ankle tilt. Then you get the rotation as well, and backward movement for more of that. So, yeah, overall, pretty decently posable. Now, if you remember the stuff we pulled off of him, there is a couple things you can do with this. If you bring out, which handle is it? This one right here. He can hold this as a gun and also extend that out. So he can hold this as a gun if you'd like. I'm going to utilize the other one. So flip this out, pull that out, and this will fit into his hand via tab and slot. So get this in there. Get that in there. Come on. This doesn't fit as well in the hand as the sword does, unfortunately. But once you get the hands wrapped around it, it is dead solid grip. Keyword, hand around the gun. So get that in, and now he is he's not dropping. Well, he's sort of not dropping it. If you don't shake the hand too viciously, he will. Oh well, I'm gonna just take that off. And you also get this giant sword, and this one fits in the hand, no issue. He will not drop this at all. So if I can even get the thing in there, come on, come on. You know you want to. Nope, this way. Okay. Yeah, sometimes this doesn't like staying into his hand very well, and I don't know why. The pegs should have been a little bit deeper, but oh well. But there you go. There you have him holding one of his weapons. And if you don't want him utilizing this, just collapse this up, then come to the top of this. You will flip out this section, And this is a clip. And where this is going to go is right back on the shoulders. So you can clip that in if you would like, and then you can rotate it around and have a shoulder mounted cannon. I know you can't see that. You can have it like that if you want. But canonically, the instructions want it down like this. So get this flipped out, plug this into the back of the shoulders, and now he has a jetpack. If you don't want him utilizing the sword, there are peg holes on the sides of the hips, so you can plug it in there. I guess you could also plug it into the sword or the guns where they were for the Dino mode. So, up to you of what you want to do. Now, real quick, size comparison wise, here we have G1 Optimus, and yeah. So, believe it or not, this is not all that you can do. You can take all of his little fellows and combine it onto him. Oh, sorry, dude. So, give me just 1 second to get these guys into their respective limb modes, and we'll show that off. Alright, so I got everyone transformed off camera, so let's get him transformed. So, what you want to start off by doing is taking the sword, setting it off to the side, and then you want to take the guns and just untab them, fold these back in, and this will go onto the opposite leg. So you've got, let's see, you got a clip right there, a tab goes in there, so get this all lined up, get that tabbed in, and make sure that you retract the barrel. So get this one, do the same thing, so get that fold back in, bring this down here, and get that tapped in. All right, so for the arms, you pretty much just put them back into their Dino mode configuration. So just get this all rotated back, flip this around, get this, rotate that. Then I always combine the shoulders up together, and then the arms stay, and then this will just tab right back in. Now, unfortunately, that does mean you lose your waist joint unless you just leave this untabbed, but even then, it's not going to give you much of a waist joint, so get that pushed back in, then come up to the shoulders themselves and rotate this around, which is very clever to hide. Like, seriously, that is very smart of them to do. So get that rotated around. And next, for the feet, you simply just rotate them 180. So, and I recommend bringing the hips out just that one extra click. All right, so now that he is good and ready to go, we're going to drop back down to ground level, and we're going to start connecting up the slipper guys. I say slippers because, again, that's literally all they form is slippers. But oh well. So get everything off over here to the side. So what's going to happen here is, you got a clip piece right there and there. They'll go into a spot right in there and right on the back. And what I recommend doing is splitting the feet just ever so slightly and bringing one down the side that doesn't have the clip, so that way you can easily get to it. So get this clipped in, and what's the easiest way to get this done? Something like this. So get this, clip in the bottom first, then spin them around, get that kind of slid in and clipped in. And this is where, like, specifically for Frozen Tiger, you gotta play with the joints. It sucks, but what can you do? So come on. Come on. There we go, I think. You can actually clip in. Gonna clip in, huh? Come on. There we go. Yay! So next, just get this all clipped back together. And there you go. There you have 1 foot all done. Now, thankfully, he is a little bit easier. You can actually see the clip joint. So get this all clipped in. So back foot first, then the toe. All right. I think I might have these on backwards. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll fix it when I quit recording. But I believe he's supposed to be over here and all that. Okay. So for the actual shins themselves, you want to flip around this section right here for the peg, and you'll just be utilizing that port on each of them. So get this plugged in, Get this one plugged in. Oops, nope. So get that plugged in. And also the Dino metals, you can just go ahead and flip those up. All right, we're almost done for the feet. So for this guy, you want to find this section right here and just clip it on top of the nose section for Magma. So get that clipped in. Then for the swords themselves, you just simply plug them in to the ports in front of the alt mode thing. All right, so now that we have all of that done, we're going to raise back on up. So get this back up here. And simple thing for these guys, they simply just slide in. So get this slid in. Oop. Now before I slide in the other one, I'm going to reach back here and grab last year's, to my knowledge, mini force thing that they did, and that was Justice Titan. Oops, so I'm going to remove one of his arms to show you that whilst, yes, you can technically get this onto the shoulder, come on, there is, well, never mind, there is articulation. You can have that going on. Now, unfortunately, I do believe, no, actually, never mind. My brain is having farts right now, so. Now, you can have, you know, the arm swap gimmick going on if you would like. I know he's off camera. These guys are very, very big. But you can have that going on if you would like. Totally up to you. So, we're going to get this guy's arm off. There we go. And get your arm off. And plug this one back on. I think I was getting confused with Blastring because I know a lot of people had questions on that one too. So, at least from what I remember seeing on the TFW boards. So, get that plugged in, and there you go. Now, real quick, if you really did want to, why is this not saying flush? There we go. You can flip up that tiny little horn on top of the crest to finish off that look. But there we go. There we have whatever this combined mode is called, D6 formation in, well, combined mode. And it does look good. The one thing I don't care for is calling it D6 just because they include a car. That's literally it. Otherwise, this would be D5. So take that as you will. But taking a quick look at the spin around, get him back there, and move my camera back. So, yeah, he's a big behemoth of a dude, still. And I like having the Dino metals where it's facing backwards, so that's just me. So, get that spun around. Alright, now unfortunately he can't hold any of his weapons. You can just only plug it into the ports I showed you. That sucks. It would have been nice to see at least this guy be able to hold it somehow, some way. But, oh well. But anyways, as far as articulation, you don't lose anything in the head. The shoulders, full 360. You get out only that far. You get the bicep rotation. You get a ratcheted elbow for the full 90. So there is all of that. You just don't get any waist. The legs, as far as forward, back, in and out, you don't lose anything. The feet themselves, you still get the rotation. You still get the forward and back. So you get all of that and the ankle tilt as well. So there is all of that fun stuff. Now, believe it or not, there's 3 more that still combines onto this guy. It's like, you know? But anyways, the real quick size comparison. G1 Prime, yeah, just Prime ain't winning that battle. End of story. And then here we have their Justice Titan. Now, granted, I don't know if this one is the KO or not. I don't believe it is. I got this off AliExpress. And surprisingly, it is shorter. He's just a little bit shorter. So there is that. And let me set him back here. Grabbing a Blast Train. So there is Blast Train. So now technically you can swap the limbs, but since the shoulder joints for him are on the torso bot themselves, you won't get any movement on him other than the rotation, which sucks, but oh well. But just to show that off real quick, so get this joints out of here. So get that one off, get Thunder T-Rex off. I said get Thunder T-Rex off, thank you. So whilst you can theoretically do it, you get the rotation, you get nothing out. And then for him, you will get nothing, because this is just too big. It's too big to slide in, and I'm not willing to break my figures. I don't know about y'all. So as is, this one, it doesn't even clip in. It just sits there. So just to answer some questions about that. Get this pulled back out. Okay. So overall, is it worth the money? I mean, if you were to buy it slowly, yes. I didn't do that. Like this thing on Gmarket, now granted, I found this to be a great deal for him, was about $195 for all of this, I believe, at the time. Don't quote me on that. It's been a hot minute since I've actually seen that receipt, and I don't want to look at it. But anyways, now the other three members, they're going for, on Gmarket and even eBay, for over $200 for all three, and it's like, I got all of this for about as much as I would pay for the other three. And I don't think they're any bigger than the average limb, which is stupid. I don't recommend doing that. Now, I probably will at some point because I want to actually complete this guy. And my brain is going, oh, yeah, you don't have them all because this combined mode isn't complete due to missing 3 more members. Now, am I going to get the truck? Probably not, unless they just sell the actual truck himself separately from the trailer. So, yeah. But overall, this guy is very solidly made. I don't have any fear of anything giving out. Nothing's overly tight or overly loose. So, yeah, it's definitely a very well solid figure of a combiner himself. So, yeah, if I had one issue, like I said, I wish these were just be able to close in together. And I don't care for it being D6 just because of a car. You had enough room in there, just had the head flip out, do something like that. So that's just me. You do you, all that. But I think that is about it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more video reviews.